Hey, good morning and welcome back to another episode of Dirt Cop Dual Sport. Last few rides I've taken, I just kind of went out without checking over my bike, and there's actually a big list of things I do each season before I start riding to make sure that my bike's going to ride reliably and safely. So I'm going to get started, listen off everything, show you what I do, and there's probably no big surprises to you, but maybe some of them are. Anyways, let's get going. So the very first thing I do in the spring is I wash my bike, because chances are I put it away dirty. And kind of the reason for that is I'm a little lazy at the end of the year. You know, by the time I'm done riding, it's starting to get into the holiday season, and I just really don't feel like doing that. But a lot of times I ride up until it's freezing and all my hoses are put away and the car washes are shut down for the year, and I really can't do it. So let's start hosing it down. Oh, the first thing I check out is lights. I'm not much of a mechanic myself, so I like to ease into it. So I'll go through, check all of my lights, make sure they're all working, replace any bulbs I need to replace, and then just move on to the next thing. Well, my turn signals work, my running lights work, my headlight works, but my neutral light is not working. I knew that, it hasn't worked for a while, and my brake light's also out. I'm gonna see if I can fix both of them. When the neutral light went out last year, I checked the bulb and the bulb still works, so I don't think it's the bulb. I'm gonna have to trace it back down and see what I can do. But let's get on that brake first. We know I can fix that. If I'm gonna replace this, all I need is a screwdriver and a new bulb, so I'm gonna get on it. You can see that is burned out black, so good thing I got some new ones. So this actually takes an 1157 bulb, very common, actually so common that I went to buy some and brought it home and realized I'd had 2 unopened packs of them already, but we're gonna put a new one in. Anyways, I already had an open pack from one of my cars that had it out, and this is Sylvania. It's got the 2 filaments, and we're gonna see if it works. Okay, so the light went on, but it looked a little bright to me, and I started messing with the brakes and realized that the brake light was just on. And then I saw that this is bent. This connects, this little piece of metal connects your foot brake to the brake light, so when you hit it, it comes on. Anyways, it's bent, so it's always on, and that's probably why it burnt out. So I'm gonna try to bend this back so it's not pulling anymore. All right. And I'm happy with that. Now, I'm not really sure what to do about this neutral light, but I think to be able to trace the wire down, I'm going to have to pop the seat. So let's play everybody's favorite TW200 game, taking the seat off. So I really didn't want to get into the filming of it, but I did check the bulbs, took the cowling off, took the little plastic box off, and switched the bulbs around. All the bulbs are working. Unfortunately, the neutral switch is not going on when I put it in neutral, so I'm not 100% sure why that is. I'm trying to figure it out, but hopefully I'll figure it out by the end of the season. Anyways, let's continue on with some other things. The next thing I like to do is check the tire pressure. I'm running stock tires. It's 18 psi, so just get your thing out, check it out. I mean, after sitting all winter, you lose a lot of air, or if it's hot out, that's going to add some pressure there. So anyways, mine are looking good, so I am good to go. I'm thinking about upgrading the front tire. I don't know, I'm doing a lot of upgrades this year, so we're just gonna have to go ahead and wait and see, but it might be the first thing I do. Besides the tire, I'm gonna need, I think I need a new chain, and if I get a new chain, I might as well get good new front and back sprockets. I'm just gonna stick with the stock ratio. I'm happy with that for now. I don't wanna go any faster at the expense of not being able to get up hills, but I also don't wanna be able to get up hills better at the expense of going fast. So, anyways, next thing I would do, actually speaking of chains, is I'm gonna check the tension on the chain and probably give it a good cleaning. All right, so the slack on the TW200 chain should be between 35 and 60 millimeters. Now in Freedom units, I'm gonna have to take a look. That is 1.38 to 2.36 inches. Well, it looks like my slack is around about 1.5 inches, so I'm good to go. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this up on a block and clean the chain though. Not my favorite thing, but that's the next thing I do. Okay, so what I do is put it up on a wooden block. Right here. Last place I worked was a mine, and there's a guy that he was in charge of cutting up the timbers for the mine, and I asked him to cut me a big chunk of this guy, and he did. He's a motorcycle rider himself. A lot better than me, I believe. So, got it up on this block. Put it in neutral, and you can see, you can just go through, clean that as you go. Now, I'm probably going to pull this off. Pull the chain guard off so I can get better access, but besides that, pretty easy peasy. I've been using this Reverend Motors Release to Grease degreaser since I got the bike. It works pretty well. I think I have a link to it down in my description, so take a look. Buy it if you want it. Well, it came in a 3-pack. It also came with the Driveline lubricant, the Divine Driveline chain lubricant, and some basically WD-40. So I'm going to spray the chain with a little bit of degreaser, and as I do that, afterwards I'm going to take this 3-way scrubber and scrub the chain. Then I'm going to go back and scrub it at a different angle so I can get all sides. Anyways, we get started. There we have it. I've got a clean, well-lubed chain, and I'm happy with it. Let's move on to the next thing. Now we got to check our air filter. It's nice that the air filter is on the same side as the chain, so I don't have to move around. But anyways, to access it, you got to pop that off. Then you have this plastic right here, which actually has 2 screws holding it in. I'm gonna hit this with a little brake clean. Alright, that's looking pretty icky, so I'm going to go wash it. Alright, well I saved all my screws from yesterday into my handy asthma medicine cup. This thing's sticky as hell. There we are, all done with the air filter. Before we get going on anything more major, hopefully this is an easy one, I'm going to check my brakes. Now the first thing I want to look at is my brake lever. You can see I broke this one last year. I've got a replacement. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I'll just leave the replacement until it's broken to where I can't use it. Hi! Here's my little helper. How are you? Yeah. Oh, looks like you used all the time. Got it neutral right now. It's working. Front brake is working. Oh. Almost lost my seat. All right, let's take this seat all the way off. I don't want it to fall and break something. Okay. I just have the stock drum brake. It's pretty easy to check though, so I'm gonna push there. And you can see right here, hopefully you can see this right here. As long as it doesn't go all the way here, you're good on the brake pads. As you can see, mine is only halfway there, so I'm good to go. I'm just gonna leave them be. They're a little squeaky, but I really don't want to pop them off and sand them like I did last time. So let's recap everything we've done to get ready for the season. First off, we cleaned it. We didn't want to get stuff in everywhere. Then I checked the tires, I checked the brakes, I checked the lights, I checked the air filter, cleaned it, cleaned my chain, tightened my chain. I didn't need it, but you know, if you need it, tighten it. tried to fix my neutral light. I have to look into that. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. And the last thing I'm going to do is change the oil. You don't have to get crazy about doing the oil change. You can pull the filter, wash it, it's metal, clear it out with some carb cleaner, and change the oil, and you're good to go. I'm gonna get a little crazy here today, though. I got this whole kit from Tusk, and we're gonna see what all is included. What I got in that kit was 2 quarts of oil. We only need 1 and a little bit. A little funnel if you really need that. Gaskets, a pair of gloves, and the oil filter. And it's really important if you get a non-Yamaha branded oil filter or any oil filter to make sure that there's these 4 holes right here, or it will ruin your engine. Oh no.
Yeah.
What do you think it is? Something I didn't show just now, make sure you don't forget, is to warm up your bike before you drain it. That'll, don't get it too hot, just kind of, drive around the block or whatever. Get the oil a little warm so it comes out easier. So when you pull that plug, if you've never done this before, here's the cap. It has a gasket in it. We're going to replace that. It's got a spring. It also has this little filter which goes over the spring. So the plug comes out, and then there's the spring in there. And then inside the spring is the strainer. And I'll just go back in there. And you can see right here, there's that O-ring, and we're going to replace that today. Well, it's not too dirty, but hit it with some brake clean and clean it up anyways. Make sure you don't get any of that on your new O-ring though, because that solvent's not very good for gaskets. Alright, and we're not done yet, so now we have to take off this cover to get to the oil filter. We're going to need a 10mm socket, a wrench if you really hate yourself. Then you're going to need a hex wrench to get this one off. And here's my oil filter. Now you can see, oh, you got some debris in there, probably some clutch stuff. Not too bad though. Okay, so I got that off. Got a gasket right here, an O-ring, and honestly, that doesn't look too great. So I am glad I got a separate one to trade it. Hey, babe.
I can't find my sticker anywhere. My sticker put away.
Oh no, do you want a new sticker?
Yes, my sticker was on my shirt taping the case.
I'm so sorry to hear that. Is there anything I can do for you there?
I was doing this like this too. Oh, Daddy, this is too sticky.
What? She gave us some strawberries. I know.
Strawberry bread.
Are you excited? Oh, it's so windy today, and I'm like, ugh, doing this out here. But anyways, let's pop this O-ring. It's actually been kind of flattened out and deformed, so.
Hey,
Put this new O-ring in
Daddy.
here. Hey, babe.
You and Grandma have the same.
Yes, we do.
Like this guy.
Yes, we do have the same thing as Grandma Mary. There, and I think it fell out when I took it out, so. Anyways, second O-ring right there, and I think it fell out when I took it out, so. Put that right there. Alright, these 4 holes, very important, like I said. Make sure they're facing in. Put it in. I got a new O-ring here, new O-ring here. This lines up. Can't get it wrong. Shorter of the 10mm bolts goes on the left. Longer one goes on the right. And the hex goes down on the bottom. Now there are torque specs for these, but last time I torqued them, I stripped out one of the bolts, and it was a whole nightmare getting it out. So Don't recommend doing that. All right, everything's in there good and tight. I'll get my torque wrench. I've got it set to 372 inch-pounds. There we go. Make sure you have a nice clean funnel. You're going to put 1 entire quart of this Yamalube in there. Then you're going to add just a little bit of splash. Something like 1.06 quarts to get in there, and you can check it when you're done. But all right, let's do this. Make sure you're somewhere between the middle and top line, and you're good to go. Nothing left to do but start her up and make sure she's running. Well, that's that. You know, I've been riding it the last few days, and you know, it wasn't riding up to par, and that was my fault. I should have done all the stuff I needed to do to make sure it was up to par, especially the oil change. But the oil's changed, it's running well, it sounded great. I got a clean chain, I got a tight chain, I got working brake lights. Do have a few other things to do, so maybe I'll make a video about this, but I honestly feel very lost when I do it. But I really need to adjust my valves. I've watched a few videos on how to do it, but it's very intimidating. I have everything I need to do it. I even started doing it last year, and actually the valves were in spec, so I didn't have to actually do anything. But I need to check again, and we'll see how it is. But I'm gonna throw the seat back on, put everything away, clean up. I appreciate you guys following along, and I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys are taking good care of your bikes like I haven't been, and I will see you on the next ride.